Alright, story time. So I was editing my last video, and I was looking for a photo to illustrate how back in high school, I used to feel so invisible. I wanted the saddest, most pitiful photo that I could find. Because in the back of my mind, I still kind of felt sorry for high school Kevin. But when I scrolled through my Facebook photos, I saw a bunch of photos of me and my friends having a pretty good time. Memories that I had completely forgotten about. But in my mind, in the story that I had chosen to tell myself, high school was a terrible time. But you know what? I saw something different in these photos. And I realized I was choosing to remember the negative parts and focusing on that as my story. But you know what? Your experience of life is more determined by the story that you tell yourself than by the events that happen to you. See, the events in your life are like these candies. Alright, so let's say these represent the negative events and these the positive events in your life. Why? Because, I mean, come on, Kit Kat, duh. But in life, we get both. Some, maybe more than others. But as we start to tell ourselves the story of our lives, we start to choose which events to focus on and what they mean to us. And pretty soon, it's not hard to end up with a hand like this. But you see, we all do this. And that's why it's so important to know where your story comes from. You see, mindset is everything. The stories we tell about our past determine our future. See, the victim and the hero both go through the same hardship. In the face of the same struggle, the stories they tell determine who they become. It is in their stories that heroes are made. You see, our stories define us. We all go through darkness, some more than others. But you have control of your story. So question your story. Where did your story come from? Your insecurities, your self-pity, or your desire to do what's right and become the version of you that you admire the crap out of? Don't be the victim of someone else's story if that's not the life that you want to be living. So I guess that begs the question. What's your story? Your story. So what's your story?